Guys, I thought I was done talking about this Brandy, Shyne, Mace fiasco, which we are going to re-go over. And if you remember a couple days ago, I put up a video about Ray J making some very zesty threats to Cameron, Mace, and Shyne for this very conversation.
Yeah.
What happened with Brandy and everything?
Man.
Let's just do it.
Listen,
Let's do it. Who's dealing with Brandy?
Okay, let me switch my glass.
you know what happened?
We going here.
There was
Mace, you was dating Brandy at one time, or y'all was just, how'd it go?
I was special, you know.
He said I was special.
He came in and wanted to be special. So I had to let him be special.
I mean, no lies told.
Yeah,
He was Shaq.
Okay.
He was the champion. He was the MVP.
Right.
I was Kobe, no pun intended, because they said Kobe was a special friend of Brandy's as well.
Right.
But no pun intended.
Right.
But I was coming out of high school on the championship team, and he was the superstar of the team.
Right.
But I definitely did want to be special. I definitely, but I had no idea. So what happened? A mutual friend who was a snitch.
Okay.
So I'm not. I think he know who it is.
Right.
I'm not gonna expose him.
Right.
But so I was so excited because this is my dream person.
Right. Talk about Brandy.
Brandy. I'm a
Right.
poor kid, Brooklyn, watching MTV, watching Moesha, watching her on BET, and as a dream, I'm like, man, if she was to know Shyne, I got that.
Right.
So when I came up, she was in the crosshairs. Like I was sniping.
Right.
And I had no idea though, because he was special.
Right.
So he was running that playbook so discreetly, so quietly. I had no idea.
Yeah, he's sneaky.
He said he's sneaky.
He was an ultra sniper. But I was so excited.
Right.
So I kept telling one of our mutual friends, and he was snitching me out. And then so Brandy was like, "Yo, who you told you here?
Right.
How so and so know that you here with me right now?" And I'm like, "Oh man."
Right.
So yeah,
That's what's up.
That's
you
what-
elaborate.
that's my story.
What I'm elaborating.
All right, so Shyne said that in the video I did the other day was Ray J. Y'all can watch that. It's too much zest for me to even talk about that right now. And I thought it was going to be over with. Well, apparently not. Brandy herself has decided to speak on it. In the late 90s, I had a platonic friendship with rapper Shyne, and an unfortunate turn of events, that friendship is now being mischaracterized as we dated, which he didn't say. Unequivocally, we did not. I'm not sure why an untrue narrative about a scope of what was a friendship more than 20 years ago is being reshaped during his current media interviews. Notice she didn't say nothing about Mace. She said she did not date Shyne. Okay? And what else we got here? Is there some more? There we go. People telling their version of my story is why I am releasing my upcoming memoir, Phases. It's time to tell my truth and debunk many of the misnomers that people think they know about my life. Additionally, I rarely release statements and typically ignore stories about me in the headlines, even when they're false. But when I do decide to stand up for myself, I handle things on my own. While I love my brother Ray J, I don't condone or support the messages he shared on social media and have not asked him to defend me in any form. I didn't know that she brought up Ray J in this. This is how you know all this is PR media. I didn't realize until just now in real time that this is all just to sell a book. Phases is available March 31st, 2026, wherever books are sold. That's the reason why. So basically, they put in the call. They said, hey, bring up Brandy on It Is What It Is so Shyne can say this. So, because we ain't have no idea of it. And Mace even, didn't Mace and Brandy have a song together? I don't know. But we know about Kobe. They went to prom together. But that's the whole play. This is all to sell a book. Now I feel duped. And the reason why is because Brandy put out that statement. Well, Shyne put out some statements of his own.
Remember it the same way. Clark Kent remembers it the same way. So, but you know what?
Well, have you been in contact with her or no?
Happy Women's Month.
Thank you, Shyne. We appreciate you. And congrats on the shows.
But as far as Brandy, this is the same Brandy that went on Oprah and said that she was married when she wasn't and had to go back on Oprah and apologize for lying because she felt that she had to protect her image and didn't want to be a mother out of wedlock. So Brandy has proven that she would say whatever in order to protect whatever she thinks should be her public persona. I have never done that. I never lie. I have no need to lie. And the context in which I spoke about her was actually giving her flowers and praising her, but nothing that I said about my relationship interaction with her is untrue. And in fact, in the documentary, I don't call her name. Clark Kent calls her name and says, yeah, everybody knew Shyne was messing with Brandy. That's a known fact. Any person you speak to from back then knew that, you know, there was an interaction there simultaneous to the interaction with Mace. That's just a fact. And I didn't bring it up to say, you know, I was seeing Brandy the same time Mace was seeing Brandy, you know, yeah, I'm a top shotter for that. No, I brought it up in the context of I shouldn't have done that because I was just coming to the label and, you know, he was a superstar of the label. But initially I really didn't know because their relationship
was very
private. And she didn't say anything. And now I'm one of the most private people on planet Earth. I never talk about my personal life, my love life, and I never post pictures of anyone. That's just not me. In real life, I don't talk about, you know, my intimate life to anyone because of that.
So you were so would you say you were the side piece? Shyne.
You're getting me into further conundrum, quagmire of these labels. All I will say is...
And this is the reason why he shouldn't say anything now. I don't have any problem with Shyne's response on It Is What It Is when they first initially asked him about, you know, him and Brandy. He probably shouldn't have said nothing. He probably should have just left it alone. He probably should have deflected because for Shyne, somebody who once was a rapper on Bad Boy Records, known for sounding like Biggie, and got into the situation in the club, y'all can look this up, and he went to prison for all those years because of Puff, comes home, what did he run for president of Belize or something? Like he gets back into his heritage, and now he's doing activist work, and he's kind of like, he has a different stature now. Salutes to Shyne for all that he's done. So for that question to even come up, which it is what it is, that's what they do on It Is What It Is. But I don't have a problem with what he said, but see how it turns into a bunch of mess now. Never mind the wild shit Ray J said. Brandy is saying, no, that didn't happen. Like, now you're saying he's a liar. Now he has to go out and say, no, I'm not a liar. You're a liar. And then it just turns into a bunch of nonsense. All to sell a book, though, hopefully.
Everything that I have said is 1,000,000,000% true. There's no cap with me. There's no need for me to cap. It's all true.
And the intent was not to be disrespectful and revealing
listen,
it. It was
me saying that you're my crush and you were a dream come true. How could that be tasteless? And again, if anyone knows Mace, and even in the interview that I did with Mace, we didn't necessarily agree on everything. You know, like his position on Puff is a little bit more extreme than mine.
Right.
Because he feels like, you know what, you shouldn't even be around him. You shouldn't even have reconnected with him after what he did. And he's, you know, he went into a thing of, you know, blaming everyone for the monster that Puff became because they never said anything. It's a lot. So if I was capping, he would have been like, Nah, Poe. I don't remember it like that.
Yeah,
I was
but
the
he
only. I
was-
was the only one special. You wasn't. Nah, I
You
don't.
wanted to be special,
I don't.
too.
I don't know. No, but he said I wanted to be special,
Yeah.
and he let me be special.
I think maybe the Shaq and Kobe line, and that's also in the documentary because you guys were
But that
Shaq
was
and
just
Kobe,
a fact, and that.
But then you said,
But it was
Kobe,
actually. But it's that's another. Well, again,
Right.
You know, maybe her idea of interacting with men is just different, right? So yeah, I guess her and Kobe were platonic friends. Her and Wanye were platonic friends. Her and Mace were platonic friends. No problem. You know, all I'm saying is, don't have me out here as if I'm capping,
things
or
up.
I'm lying,
Okay.
or I'm making things up. That's ridiculous.
There's too much back and forth, but all this to promote a book and to promote a documentary. I didn't even get no information about the documentary in question. So yeah, this combined effort, everybody wins. Brandy gets to promote her book, Shyne gets to promote his documentary. It is what it is, gets views, and I get paid to just talk about it. This is the American dream. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Like, subscribe, share. Peace. You got music, you got a business, you got a product or service, but you're not making enough money off of it because you don't have enough exposure. DM or email me right now to get promoted on my platforms. I have 850,000 subscribers on YouTube. I have 460,000 followers on Instagram. I have the following that you want to get seen in front of. I was able to increase the sales of this Amazon book off of a YouTube sponsorship with just 30,000 views. And I was able to give this artist 15,000 views with the Instagram repost in less than 24 hours. So DM or email me at bookingcranklucas@gmail.com right now to get more exposure and more money for your business.